One of the most common mistakes I see entrepreneurs make is doing all things possible except what will actually move the needle forward. I've been there too. 5 years ago when I started my social media marketing agency, I thought you had to do all of these basic things, right? Like set up your LLC, set up your website, build your logo, when in reality, I just needed to double down on outreach and reaching out to potential clients. And only after I realized what actually grows the business and focus on it, I was able to 10x my revenue in a few short years. And if I had to go back, this is what I would focus on the first 7 days of starting my online business. Now, if you're starting an online business, I think at this point you know roughly what you have to offer. But it's surprising how many people start their business without knowing the 3 Ps. Person, problem, pricing. That's what I suggest figuring out the first 2 days of starting your business. Person, figuring out who to sell to. The first thing you're going to want to do is figuring out who you want to sell to. Your customer is your main priority in this step. Action step, identify your target market. Ask yourself questions like, who are my ideal clients? What demographic do they fall into? Where can I find them? Online, local? It is important to know who you're selling to because everybody has different problems and pain points. So you want to make sure that you identify this person's needs so that you know how you can help solve their problem. This will allow you to really speak to them and figure out what their actual issue is and come up with a solution. This will also help you make an amazing product or service. The second P is problem. What problem are you going to solve? What services or products will you offer? Action step, create a list of problems your target market faces. Example, if you notice that many businesses struggle with following up with leads, consider offering a done-for-you follow-up service. It's easier to find a need and fill it than try to create demand for something that doesn't even exist. It is important to figure out what issues your clients are actually facing. Now think of the person that you're going after, think about their problems, and think about how you can actually provide services or products to solve those issues. Ideally, this would be problems that are either preventing them from generating more revenue or that will actually make them more revenue. This will allow you to charge more for your services because of the value that you're actually providing. The third P is pricing. Determine your pricing. Finally, figure out your pricing structure. How much are you going to charge? What packages will you have? I like to keep my pricing simple. So 3 packages, 1 low ticket package that everybody can afford, 1 kind of middle package that you want to make the most attractive that you want everybody to buy, and 1 higher end premium package. This will allow you to keep things simple and not have to overthink things. Normally my 3rd package is just a painful from the middle package. However, you can have the same service as the middle package, but just add more value if you want to go that route. Action step, create a simple pricing model that outlines what you offer and how much each thing should cost. Now here's the biggest mistake that most people make when they're creating their pricing. And I've made this mistake as well. Let's say that you see another agency that's charging $500 a month and you think, okay, well, they're charging $500 a month in my industry. Let me just copy their pricing model. However, you don't know what it actually costs them to acquire a customer, to fulfill on that customer. For all you know, you charging $500, you might actually be losing money if you actually take account what it actually costs to deliver your product or service. So before you even create your pricing, think, okay, how much or what is it actually going to take for me to deliver this service? Now, if it's just you and you don't need to hire anybody and it's just your time, then you have a little bit more room. But as you start hiring people and as you start adding things on, you want to make sure that you increase your pricing accordingly. I can't tell you guys, like, I started charging X amount and then I started hiring people, margins kept getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And it almost got to a point one time where I was like, I might actually be losing money if I keep this client on. So essentially how I go about pricing, you want to have a lower end package that mainly everybody could afford. You want to have a medium package. It's priced decently and you'll have maybe some people that can't afford it, but it's going to be your main product. And then you'll have your higher tier offer, which is going to be either a painful or a premium service. But when you're starting off, you don't want to overcomplicate pricing. Honestly, it doesn't matter what you charge, as long as you're getting testimonials, you're getting experience, and you're learning how to actually grow and operate your business. Niche focus. Decide if you're targeting B2B businesses or B2C. It's better to be specific than generalize too much. B2B essentially means business to business. B2C means business to customer. So an example of B2B would be something like our agency. We help local businesses generate more leads and more customers. An example of a B2C business would be something like a gym where they actually service regular customers. Once your 3 Ps are ready, it's time to get busy and reach your potential customers. Choose your outreach avenues. You're going to decide how you're going to reach out to potential customers, whether it's through email, cold calls, or social media. Now, if you're a complete beginner, I would suggest starting with something organic where it doesn't cost you money to do. Because more than likely, if you're a complete beginner and this is your first business, you don't know what you're doing. So this would be a great opportunity for you, as well as being able to acquire customers for free. Now, if you're somebody like me who has already started multiple businesses before and you already know how to run ads and maybe you already have more leverage, then you can actually start off with paid ads right away. Now, obviously, I recommend both. They both work. I like having both of them working together to bring me customers. Action step: prepare 2 methods that resonate with you and prepare a lead list, scripts or messages that you will use. At the beginning, you don't have to do anything too crazy. It's really just about volume and reaching out to people and making yourself different than everybody else. So something like sending somebody a personalized video, something like actually creating a funnel or adding value to a client beforehand. These are all strategies that you can use to gain experience and see what works and what doesn't. At the beginning, what worked for me was sending cold DMs via Instagram and Facebook. This allowed me to get my first few clients and be able to scale from there. Volume goals. Set clear goals for how many contacts you want to make. It's all about the numbers game at the very beginning. So figure out what you want to achieve this week. Example, if you want to get 5 appointments, determine how many messages you need to send to get there. At the beginning, it's really about sending out massive value and then iterating your scripts to figure out what works and what doesn't. Ideally, here's how things are going to look like. You're going to send out mass volume. Your conversions are going to be very low. But as you start improving your scripts as you go along, and really start dialing in your messaging, then the amount of volume that you need to send is not going to be as much. But this is going to take time and data to figure out what works and what doesn't. So you want to be tracking how many outreach messages you send per day. I recommend sending a minimum of 100. Anything less than that, you're going to be having a very hard time getting results. On day 4 to 6, start reaching out. Put your plan into action. Do as much outreach as you can. This is where the hustle begins. When I was starting off, I literally spent 90% of my time on outreach. This is what allowed me to actually get my first few clients. Action step: create and send out messages based on your strategy from day 3. Now you want to avoid distractions. Don't get caught up in designing logos or procrastinating about this and that. Focus on getting new clients. Reminder, the main goal is to generate leads, so prioritize reaching out over perfecting your brand image. I get it. Our brain is wired to keep us safe. So the last thing you're gonna wanna do is outreach. It's uncomfortable to reach out to businesses. It's uncomfortable to get on sales calls, but this is what you have to force yourself to do if you actually want to win and get clients. Create a daily schedule. Build a daily schedule that keeps you focused. Outline your daily habits, like how many businesses you plan to reach out to. Example, today I'm reaching out to 100 businesses. Make that your focus. Doing your outreach in the morning is going to have to be your non-negotiable. You have to get your outreach in every single day. Nighttime routine. At night, take care of back-end stuff. Set up your high-level account, work on getting testimonials, or refine your offers. Watch my Go High Level for Beginners tutorial to speed up this process for you. Evaluate what you've done. Take a step back and review what you accomplished this week, what worked and what didn't. Adjust your outreach plan based on your results. An example of this, let's just say you're going after 2 niches. Let's just say that you're going after gyms and you're going after home renovation companies. And let's just say that you are getting a lot more home renovation companies reaching back out to you, wanting to work with you, where you're like, okay, in that example, I would just go all in into reaching out to home renovation companies. Keep learning. As you prepare more for the next week, consider learning more about tools that can help you. An easy example of this would be a software that automates repetitive tasks for you. Avoid getting lost in training and forgetting to reach out. Recap of the week. So to recap in the first week, you need to: days 1 to 2, outline your 3 Ps. Person, problem, pricing. Day 3, create an outreach strategy. Day 4 to 6, execute the outreach plan. Day 7, review what worked and what didn't and adjust the plan accordingly. Stay focused on what truly matters, getting clients. I made an hourly plan for you for the next week. Screenshot it, adjust it to yourself, and use it to set up your business for success right from the start. Do as much input as you can. Get that energy drink if you need and continue to grind. If you found this helpful and want to dive deeper into building your business, check out my masterclass on going from 0 to 10K a month. The link is in the description. Or watch this video where I teach you how to use Go High Level, the lead generation software to print clients for your business. Thanks for watching. Bye.